But then sometimes you go, it's so long ago that you really are so detached.
I've heard you say that before, and I've never felt that.
You haven't?
No.
Every now and then? Like, what about...
Oh God, don't even say a thing.
Hello? Yeah, this is he. A few weeks ago, I was here working and I got a call from somebody who had bought a work that I made in 2004. And the picture was damaged and they were wondering if they could have it reprinted. So I started looking for the negative, and it was really great to step back 12 years ago and see what I was making then. It's shockingly kind of similar to what I'm doing now. I really like that plant. It's so weird. And I think that's the clue into the fact that it's a constructed tableau. Back then, I was trying to figure out what my voice was, and I was also just kind of learning how to make stuff physically. I really was trying to mimic reality, which is something that I have become less and less interested in. Not that there's not a version of reality in my pictures now, but instead of trying to hide all of that work, I think it became more interesting to show the crumpled paper and the handmade stuff, to show that Photoshop is like really present in the process. Changing a watermelon to be blue or a peach to be green, pixelating things, adding noise to stuff.
I thought we needed more space away from each other, but maybe what we really needed was more time together.
Ruby probably likes my past work more than I do, and I like Ruby's past work more than she does. It's pretty rare that we look back and we're like, that was so great what I was doing. No.
As I get further from the thing, I dislike it more and more.
But then sometimes you go, it's so long ago that you really are so detached.
I've heard you say that before, and I've never felt that.
You haven't?
No.
Every now and then? Like, what about...
oh God, don't even say a thing.
What about the vase? Those
okay, that's
so
the
cool.
one thing that I think is okay.
Okay, what about...
okay, stop.
In a lot of ways, the more work you make, the more there is to make. You make a lot of work and then you hang on to a few, and I find myself looking back at a few pictures and wanting to expand on those. For example, I found that picture when I was moving. It was made around the same time as some of these other pictures, you know, and I was re-inspired by it and wanted to see what it would be like if I took that as a starting point. I was interested in what happened if I took out the identifiable parts of a face, kind of like how far I could push the idea of a portrait, kind of how far I could go away from what an eye is, or what a nose is, or what a mouth is, and still hopefully have it read as a portrait in some way. Like, for example, just talking about these pictures, they're so new that I don't know the answers to them. Like, I think it takes a long time to kind of understand what it is you're doing.
I've been in a stage for a couple of months where like I haven't been able to figure out where I want to go, and it's like you have to be delusional to like keep coming back every day to make more failures. I just feel like I'm never satisfied with my work, and I think that's good. Like, I'm always antsy. I just want to keep growing and making things that are beyond my expectations and making things that are ambitious and terrify me.
I think I'm like right in between generationally. I lived half my life before the internet and half my life after. So I think that there's a really interesting conflict between the analog versus the digital, and I love both. You know, for example, like this really large still life, I made a quick selection of watermelon, the green jug, the blue plum, and the orange peach, and then created a new canvas and kind of stamped that selection into the new canvas. I was curious and still am curious if there was a way to make non-representational images, but also still in some way are related to my photographs, that they're kind of an in-between thing. I was kind of interested to see where the line between a photograph and a painting and a sculpture lies. I think the real question is, how can you continue to work and continue to be truly invested and truly interested in what you're doing? And for me, the only way to do that is to try new things, to invent new ways of making pictures, so that eventually maybe those questions will have answers. But like right now, I'm just kind of asking the questions, I think.